This is actually a live section, and in this live section, I'm actually going to be showing us this particular trade. I'm actually going to be analyzing this particular trade I took right here, and how we were able to be successful on this trade. We held this trade, you know, I think for almost 3 hours. We're holding this trade. Now, this was actually what I saw before taking up this trade. Remember, if you're tuning in for the first time, do it to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you would be notified whenever it is we drop a new video, educational video like this to help your entire trading experience. All right, let's continue. Now, what we're looking at for right here is, or what actually formed in this point was something like this. This was actually what formed here. We had um this, we had lower eyes, I because giving us this structure, and price came down and started doing all of this here. Started doing all of this here. As price kept doing all of this right here, please don't mind my audio. Price was ranging at this point, which is what you can see right here. So what did I have to do? I have to now make use of, or let me make this much bigger so that we can see clearly. Let me use a clear space for this. Okay, now so this was actually what we had initially. Price was doing this. Price kept giving us this, you know, structure. Kept giving us the structure. The price got to this level, you know, came down to this point, formed this, came down again, and started ranging. So this was actually what was happening right here. And when price is ranging like this, if you're used to my videos previously, I've taken time to speak about liquidities and ways in which we can, you know, follow the market from what it prints out for us. Example of such means when you're able to wait till the market sweep out all of this liquidity, because you have liquidity at this level, you also have liquidity at this level as well. So what we're looking at for is price being swept out on both sides. So where is price going to sweep out this liquidity from? We don't know, and that's why we are more reactive as traders. We are not predictive to the market. We are not predictive. We are only reactive. So price might end up sweeping out this liquidity or this one, but we don't know. Now, from my analogy, following the market, I've been able to see that we have an order block here, right, sitting right here, and we also have liquidities at this moment that are ranging this way. So what we need to do is pretty much simple. We just need to wait for price to get through to this level, because we're having our liquidity pool right here. We're having our liquidity here, and we have an order block sitting at this point. So it is a pretty much easy thing for us to do. We just have to wait, and in the course of our waiting, price had to get through to this level and serve this liquidity, and immediately price came through to this level. Remember from our, you know, laws of liquidity. If you're familiar with my videos previously in these channels, you'll be able to see that I've really taken time to speak about liquidities um in a vast, point of view. Now, remember, we also have the power of three. If you don't know what the power of three is, I've done a video on that on this channel. You could go and watch for to also increase in um your knowledge as well. So when we talk about power of three, we have the accumulation phase, we have the manipulation phase, and we also have the distribution phase. When we talk about the power of three, I'm not going to be going through that, because the essence of this video is to just show us the trade I took, and then um, give us the analysis through which that sponsor might take in that particular trade, which I'm going to still show us right here in the chart. So pretty much we had this range, and price was ranging at this moment. So what we ended up, looking at for was liquidity to be taken at both sides. So, and remember, this is just a simple pattern. If liquidity is taken from this point, let's say um it forms something like this and comes to react from this other block here, then we are going to be having this pull down to probably this next other block, or probably this other block. So can't really attest. We have to just be reactive to the market. So in the case of this particular trade I took, price came through to this order block and then or came through to this point at a time, swept this liquidity, but this point was what he did was to come up to this level again. Our confirmations on other side before we had the massive push to this. So I'm actually going to be showing us this real quick. Remember, this is our range. If we were to use our range, this is what it looks like. We are having this right here, which is this. So this would not end up becoming our accumulation. We have our manipulation phase here, and this is our distribution, as you can see right here. So pretty much this was actually what actually played out for us to take this particular trade. So quickly, let's get to the chart, and I'll be showing you actually exactly what you have there. Now this is pretty much it. This is what the chart looks like. Now, this is what the chart looks like. Remember, we had all of this pool from my analysis, from what I explained initially. We had all of this pool from here through to this level. And we had a sweep at this level. Then price came down again and started doing all of this range. Remember, from our analysis, price was ranging here at this point. So if price is ranging like this, what are we looking at for? From my explanation, once we see price ranging this way, we are looking out for liquidity to be swept. Let's pay attention, please. We're looking out for what? Liquidity to be swept. And now, how did I end up taking this trade? It's because now, if you look, you might want to ask, why would price react at this level? If you're familiar with my videos, you also see that a couple of times I've given lectures concerning this. When most times we wait to see something like this. Okay, let's just say let me look for something much more. Okay, yes, we most of the times we tend to wait to see something like this first before we say yes, there's an order block. Yes, that's right. This can be an order block. This particular level it can be an order block for us. It can be an order block. But the thing here is, the way the market prints this, price action in itself are fractal. When we say something is fractal, it means it occurs at different time frame. It has same occurrence on different time frames. So the thing there is, an order block in a lower time frame, most of the cases might not print an order block notification on a higher time frame. What I mean is, in a higher time frame, you might not have that indication that there's another block there. So what the price will definitely do in the lower time frame is that when you scale down, you will not be able to see the clarity of that particular order block. That is why most times if you're used to order flows, for those of you who don't know what order flows are, you could also check through my videos in this channel. Now, if you're used to order flow, you will understand better. Or if you've watched my video previously on order flow, you will understand better what I'm trying to explain. So what price therefore happens to do in this case, likened to this point, is that you can see this liquidity and you see price um through this liquidity closing below it. So in this case now we are having some couple of liquidity runs. So if I should scroll down to a lower time frame, I will not be able to get a clearer picture of what it is I am looking out for. And that was actually what sponsored this particular trade, as you can see right here. So pretty much